Hello and welcome back to Down the Board, the podcast. I am your host, Niku13, and I am joined by
Crazy Cross.
And today, the question is, are all of our things predetermined, or do we have free will? What is that? Free will. Do we have it? Or is everything that we do already determined by fate? Or whatever other cosmic beings out there that says we're gonna do it. This is a can of worms for you. You don't have a snappy comeback for this.
So destiny, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Everything's, no matter what I do, everything's gonna be shit.
Yeah. Or free will.
I don't think we have free will.
Why is that?
I think because even though I think of doing something and then doing it, I'm still being driven by something to get to that.
When you think about it in a multiple universes kind of way, each decision you make branches off into a new possibility.
Yeah.
Destiny would say, no, you are going to be doing this one particular thing, and throughout your entire life, that's not going to change.
But that destiny only affects my universe. Only mine.
It says that you will do that no matter what. But free will says that, no, that's one of many possible scenarios that could happen at the end of your journey.
If I decide to take a shit right now.
Dude, you gotta stop trying to take shit during the middle of our stuff.
No, I'm
telling you, don't soil yourself again.
If I went to the bathroom and decided to take a shit, is that me deciding that I have to take a shit and taking shit? Or is destiny already said that you're taking a shit at this exact minute?
Why would destiny decide you're gonna take a shit?
Because if I have free will, then I can decide to take a shit whenever I want.
Actually, if we had more free will, I would think none of us would want to take a shit ever again.
Exactly.
Destiny
tells us
essentially
that we have to take a shit.
But we need to for our bodies not to shut down on us.
No. Destiny tells us we have to take a shit.
Destiny doesn't give a shit.
Destiny gets so pissed off that we're doing something that actually is fun with our time, and it decides to make our tummies rumble.
Well, that's not Destiny.
Give us cramps.
That's not Destiny telling us to do that.
Yes, because Destiny is making sure that we take a shit at that exact point.
It would be predetermined. It would be like yesterday. They say at 7:45 p.m. on this random Thursday, you must go and take a shit.
Yes, because Destiny told me.
But they say that, and so they know you're going to be doing that. They don't know how you're going to. So essentially, you're saying Destiny has just said, "Oh, you're not taking a shit at this time. You're taking it at 6:30 now."
Yes.
But that's not predetermined.
Why?
Because that's someone saying you're taking a shit at this time instead. I moved the timeline up. That's not Destiny. That's just an asshole.
No, we established that predetermined and destiny are the same thing.
But you changed what it was.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I included taking a shit because that's something that everybody does. Everyone can relate to that.
Yeah, everyone can take a shit.
Yes.
I hope everyone can take
a shit. Hopefully. But
we're going to get one comment that says, I cannot take a shit.
The time that you take a shit, is that predetermined?
I don't think that's predetermined.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. Because it always happens randomly. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's at night. Sometimes it's just like, oh, you're on this long car ride, all of a sudden you just gotta do it.
I'm not saying
I'm not saying
that they all happen at the same time every day or every. No, I'm saying the fact that
will be predetermined though. It would already be predetermined that you have to take a shit in the morning because it will have to happen.
No, I'm saying that the fact that you have to take a shit is part of your destiny. Destiny makes sure that you take a shit. Whenever that shit happens, it happens, but Destiny has already told you that that's the shit that you're gonna take.
Okay.
So if you take a shit at 5 o'clock, Destiny said that you were taking a shit at 5 o'clock.
Wait, you just said that Destiny said you're taking a shit, but you didn't specify the time.
That's what I'm just doing.
You just did, but you said earlier Destiny didn't specify a time at that time. At that point,
because I was trying to be
that's what I'm
more
saying.
broad. So if Destiny says that you're taking a shit at 5 o'clock today, you take a shit at 5 o'clock today. If Destiny says you're taking a shit at 7 o'clock tomorrow, you're taking a shit at 7 o'clock tomorrow. It's making sure that you take a shit. Whenever, and it says when. That is what Destiny is.
So Destiny is just that burrito that you had in the back of your lunchbox for a while?
So if... since you can't really measure destiny and free will, because
it's all
if
probability.
you say that, okay, I don't want to take a shit,
you can still say that.
Yeah, you can say that.
And you don't have to take a shit.
You're still going to take a shit.
But you just said you're taking a shit that day, and you rejected that and took a shit the next day.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you can still do that.
No, I said that...
You'll be in immense pain, but you'll do that.
No, I said Destiny said that I take a shit today, and I take a shit today at 5 o'clock.
Okay, what about this?
Destiny says I take a shit tomorrow at 7:30.
And you hold it. And you hold it. And you don't. You don't.
But,
you do the next day at 7:30 a.m., not 7:30 p.m.
But I don't know what Destiny said.
What is your life going to lead to is the main question of this. Will Destiny determine where you're going, or will you determine where you're going?
You don't determine where you're going, because everything's already predetermined.
From the moment you're born, or from the moment you're conceptualized?
Probably.
Seems like
you don't get to choose that you...
Seems like the worst existence ever.
Yes, it is. That's what life is.
So, Destiny said you will be in this bad scenario right now.
Yes. You don't get to choose who your parents are. You come out.
Okay.
That's destiny.
No, that's a fuck up. That's a fuck up.
You
right
have
there.
no free will on that. That's destiny. You are now in the world. Your parents are those two.
Okay.
If you want to take a shit.
So, does it also say, oh, you're going to be born to these two parents, but they're not going to raise you? That's destiny?
Yeah. That's your destiny. They decide not to raise you.
What if it's predetermined by a hieroglyph and you all of a sudden don't do what the hieroglyph says? Which one's destiny?
A hieroglyph is not destiny.
It says that you will be born under the moonlit star at this day in 2024, and in 2050 you are supposed to be the savior of the world, and in 2050 you're just a couch potato and you just had a heart attack and died.
Again, that's...
Which one is destiny?
That's not destiny.
Which one was predetermined? This one was predetermined.
No, that was predicted.
But it's also predetermined.
No.
Because everything else...
Predetermined means it will happen. Destiny means it will happen. Prediction means it may happen.
They looked in the future. They said that's what's going to happen.
No.
Essentially, what I just described is literally free will taking effect.
No.
Because Destiny had no part... cannot do anything there.
Just because they looked in the future, they didn't see your destiny.
They did.
No.
They looked and looked... They looked at the one that was going to save them.
They saw a different universe's destiny.
You know what that just made? free will
No.
to decide where you will end up.
No, it made more destiny.
There is only one destiny.
No. No.
Yes. Yes.
There's different destinies
There is only one destiny.
for every version of you.
Each version of me has to make a choice like I did, but they make opposite choices. That's not destiny. That's free will.
No, that's their destiny.
So you're saying someone is supposed to die at 4:40, and then instead they don't die at 4:40, they die at 3:00. Would that screw up everything?
No.
Or
Because
Destiny would say that happened.
Destiny.
But they said that person has to die at this point, or else all these people will die.
That's fine. That's that destiny for a different time line. Different universes. So whenever Destiny decides that it wants to change, it can change, which will affect other people's destinies.
Okay. But they're not predetermined. They are free will to choose what you become.
Nope.
It's free will.
Nope.
You have the free will to choose your own destiny.
Nope.
Because nothing is truly determined. You could go and choose this choice, or you could choose that choice. You decide which choice you're going with. That's the free will part.
No.
You're saying that it's already determined that you will choose this one no matter what. But the thing is, if you say, no, I'm not going with that choice, I'm going with this choice, that's not predetermined. That screws up everything that was supposed to be happening. Because predetermined is also known as a prediction that comes true.
Free will is the thought processing
How do you know that's
that
not
you
destiny?
can change your own destiny. But you can't. Because the fact that you had that thought, Destiny had already thought of it.
But Destiny didn't choose that for you.
Yes, it did.
Destiny will not choose that for you. Because it is abstract. It cannot change anything.
It can be its own destiny.
Both of them are thought processes,
Just
is what
like
I should say.
we were destined to have this argument.
You were destined to tell me that you believe Destiny is real. But I'm telling you, this is free will, because I could have literally just said, no, you're not opening up, I'm just going to leave.
Are you sure you could have said no?
I probably would have, because it would have gotten too late. I've been banging on that
But-
door for a while, and you finally answered.
But Destiny told you to stay there and keep banging on that door. Because we were destined to have this conversation.
No, I was destined to finish my milkshake.
Exactly.
I wanted to finish my fucking milkshake. You're the one that's like, oh, I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna just not let anyone come in here and disturb me.
on.
Yeah. Whose fault is that?
Destiny's.
So the thing is, you rather blame a concept than yourself.
I mean, Christians blame things and ask God to do stuff for them.
Yeah, but
It's the same thing.
you're blaming that this was always gonna happen.
Yeah, probably.
Not someone decided to cancel on me and that screwed everything up. Now I'm pissed. You're saying, oh, he was gonna do it anyway, so I shouldn't get angry.
Yeah, that's kind of how I live my life. Like when you guys cancel for Champions, I'm like, okay.
I don't cancel.
Apparently, it was destined for me to go and do something else.
I don't cancel all the time.
I know you don't, but I'm saying
Everyone else does, and that was screws up a lot. Like literally, the opportunist is the only one of us that says he doesn't want to play Champions anymore,
Alright.
and he was supposed to be here.
Well, then he doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to.
No.
Okay, do you want to find another member?
No, I'm happy with. It's hard enough just getting one person.
Omega Knight back.
Yeah. So
It's just hard to get him. Okay.
if he doesn't want to, then it's fine. makes it means I don't have to fucking print out more fucking characters. Honestly.
I understand that.
And it makes the game go quicker because we don't have as many enemies to fight. And originally it was only supposed to be Omega Knight.
True.
We let opportunities come.
Yes, we let him come a lot.
And if he doesn't want to, then I can't force him to do it.
Okay. But would this open up for other people to join? Or are you saying no? You only want... You sure?
Yeah, right now, I want to finish Chapter 5.
We're on Chapter 3. Just so you guys know, we are only on Chapter 3 of this. So...
I mean, you can still ask him if he wants to. I'm just saying, if he doesn't... Yeah, it sucks, but... if he's not having fun, because we're doing it for you guys. We're
doing it for the views.
No, we're doing it for
doing it for the views.
For the player characters.
I know.
The players.
Mm-hmm.
So
we can get up, so we know what we're doing when we actually play the game.
Yeah. So when we're actually doing it, I'm making all this story for you guys to play. Like, and
he just wants to play other games currently, but it's also the fact that you want to get through Champions, and I understand that. I tried to convince him, saying, let's just get through it so then we don't have to do it anymore, and he was agreeing with at least finishing Chapter 2, and then he couldn't. We finished it for him. So, yeah. He's supposed to come back for Chapter 3.
I mean, he was having fun.
I think it's mostly because we have arguments when they have a miscommunication, essentially. And how I observe my character, how you observe my character, how I observe your character, and how you observe your character. And it's just like... You told me I had to follow what it was supposed to be, so I tried following what it was supposed to be, and then you said no, I couldn't do what I thought he was supposed to be.
We followed what it was supposed to be until the dice told us otherwise.
Yes. But it also told him he couldn't move either.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I could finally move, and so I was running. But you thought it was a great idea to put me in a wheelchair. Which is why... I'm back in the wheelchair, yeah. But in that part, I was not in a wheelchair. And so I made the stipulation during the actual Chapter 2 that you stepped on my back, forcing me to go back in the wheelchair.
Okay.
That way, it makes more sense since my character was already out for years.
We rolled dice, and I even let you say what, like... Now I was frozen in ice, and I used my psychic powers to fucking communicate to people. That was the story you came up with.
Yeah, because you kept narrating, so I'm like, you know what,
Then...
I was rolling off of that.
I rolled the dice to see if I could unlock the fucking wave with my mind, because I was high at the time.
I was able to walk at that point and run up those stairs, and I couldn't, and I failed. I rolled, it said... No, I could not run up there and get my suit on at the same time. Therefore, I said, okay, I failed. I fell down the stairs, only able to get my ass on.
We're not having this conversation. Okay, what were we talking about, Destin? Because it was probably determined that we were fucking gonna do this fucking shit. It's always gonna be this goddamn fucking wheelchair bullshit.
You're the one that made it the bullshit.
No.
You
made
did.
It the bullshit, and we're about to do it again. So we're gonna stop.
For an audience. We're gonna do it for an audience.
Destiny says I'm gonna stop it.
No, Destiny says we're gonna continue if you believe it. I'm telling you. I wasn't in that wheelchair until you thought it was funny to make those jokes and think, you know what? he was in a wheelchair before this, make him in a wheelchair again. But I let it happen because I wanted the conversation to be over. I was tired of it. But to make it correct with the timeline of what my character was going through, because he had already been in the wheelchair, and I was telling people he was already out of one. You guys just kept, like, you already got high, laughing at the idea. So, that's why I'm saying he got put back into it instead of him already being in one.
Okay.
Because from what you told me, this is supposed to take place after World War II.
Yeah, it's like the 20...
You didn't say it was in the 20s. You said it was still in the 1900s.
No.
You said it was in, like, 1980s, 1970s. That's why I was going off of.
Dr. Nope has a fucking podcast.
Yeah? It could be one of those pirate radio stations. That's how it was described to me. And so I'm like, okay, that's what I'm seeing it as.
No, I figured we were...
So I was seeing it as that. So that's why I was saying, I don't have a fucking button on a wheelchair because that wouldn't be right. My brother wouldn't have thought of that because he wouldn't think to put it as a wheelchair. It's made of a... It's like Iron Man. He didn't think to make his suit all that mobile until, recent comics. His suit was literally a giant piece of metal that he could barely move in. If he lost power, he is trapped in it. Which means he will fall over and be incapacitated. That's how I saw my character. He could not move it without his upper body strength and his legs. Losing his legs, lost his upper body strength. So he could not move except for, crawling on his arms. It is a heavy fucking armor.
I thought we were in the 21st century.
You didn't tell me that. You said this happened after the war, and the characters are designed in the Golden Age. So therefore, I'm thinking Golden Age superheroes. Plus, what they look like.
My universe will be
Your
partly
universe
in the Golden Age. This universe is not.
I saw it as in the Golden Age, and ours will be in the modern age.
No, this is
where all these stories have taken place, and we know their backstories. We know these heroes. They are enshrined somewhere. That's how I saw it.
No, that's not what it was.
Then you didn't do a good job of explaining that to me. Because that's how I've been playing. With this idea that we are Golden Age superheroes.
Well, that makes more sense than why you so against all the ideas. No.
We are Golden Age, and then Modern Age will be all these characters that can do all these more amazing things.
No, the only fucking Golden Age superhero is apparently my superhero.
He's not even Golden Age.
No, he's not. He's supposed to be like a Batman with Captain America powers.
So, but then you make him a weed addict.
Yeah.
So essentially, and plus I'm thinking weed would be illegal, so you're hiding it in everything because you're also very high. Therefore, you're hiding in whatever you can, like a fucking squirrel. That's what I'm saying. During that, I'm like, something's very leafy and cushy here, and you're screaming, "Get your hands on my weed!"
I mean, I figured since I'm a detective and I'm smoking weed all the time, it doesn't matter. I'm not like on the force or anything.
It would still be illegal.
And they're gonna arrest me, and I'm just gonna pop them in the face.
Exactly. Because you'd be high, and they'd be like, well, you just assaulted a cop. Well, you're definitely going to prison now. You could have gotten away with it saying, oh, I have the weed because for my superpowers, I need to consume certain amounts of hallucinogenics to get my super soldier serum working or something.
They were giving weed to...
And now that it's... But the thing is, now that it's been years later, you don't have... And weed has been a drug that is outlawed. You have to go and find it in other ways. You could have literally said that, hey, during the first few days after being unfrozen, and finishing up your weed stash, you had no powers, and so you had to become more of a detective to figure out where all the dealers were, just so you can find and get that weed. Once you got the weed, you socked them, because you know it's illegal, and then you took their stash.
Cannabis was legal in 1996.
And this would have taken place in the 1970s, 1980s. Meaning, it would have still been illegal, and you would have gotten your illegal stash. I would have just been... I'm just on here like, what the hell is in this wheelchair? Why is it so cushiony and leafy? And you screaming, stay away from our weed. And since we're superheroes, it's like, well, I understand how you do your powers, and then if we try taking you off of it, you could literally say you having withdrawal symptoms. I know weed doesn't do that.
No.
But it could be that your weed interacting with your super soldier serum creates that withdrawal because it works together.
No, I would never do that. I would never do anything to have any person think that weed could have withdrawal or anything.
You can make it more of a, oh, you don't have your super strength anymore, and you're used to trying to lift people up. And now you don't have that because the serum doesn't have the weed running through it.
No, what we said was...
Well, I'm just saying that
the weed
could be
helps
a reason.
My psychic powers.
Yeah, we made that as a reason, but you were doing it before then.
Well, yeah, I play that type of character to make sure, since I already know what's going on, and I gotta make sure that I don't just do everything. Because, like, the finding fucking information, that was technically gonna be either your character's
I was
job
trying!
or my character's job. And I'm like, well...
I'm trying to do the job!
Yeah, I know. Dice don't always...
I know!
work.
But you kept saying, I'm not allowed to do any of this now, so I'm like... Okay! So, either I don't get the information, or supervillain's attacking me.
And see, Destiny said that we would have this conversation still.
Free Will said I was gonna do it because I'm still talking about it. You could have stopped me at any moment and said, no, we're gonna do
No,
this.
I've tried to stop you several times with my free will, and it hasn't stopped because Destiny won't let it.
Did you ask me to stop? You just said, no, we're gonna end this now.
Yeah, I said we're gonna stop. That's.
I'm saying if you ask me to stop, we will stop.
Are
But
we gonna stop?
We can stop.
Are you sure?
Well, what else are we gonna talk about? Actually, our time is up.
All right.
Well, that's all we have for today. This has been Niku13.
Crazy Cross.
And we will see you next time on Down the Board, the podcast.